Aloha, welcome to the Mr.G podcast. Today is February the 5th, 2024. It's a Monday morning, my favorite time of the week. It's a time for the strong Monday morning, the time of the week that people can get things done. It's not a time for the weak, the week. Their favorite time of the week is Friday night or Saturday night when it's not working time. But Monday morning, people that like to accomplish things, people that accomplish goals that they set, they like Monday morning. People that like reality, they like Monday morning. And me, I like Monday morning. This is an hourglass. I'm guessing by the time the sand gets into the bottom part, it's an hour. And I suppose they have 15-minute hourglasses as well. But this must be an official hourglass. I hope you guys are well. It's a windy, chilly day in Hawaii. The temperature is 71 degrees, but like I said, it's windy. I was wearing some sunglasses earlier. They blew right off of my face. I found the sunglasses. See if that, but that one of the lenses popped out because it was so windy. And that was when I was feeding my two different sets of rounds of feeding street cats, which I do every day, which I have done every day for 4 years. If you're unaware, check out my cat feeding videos. I did not sleep well last night. I had coffee a little too late, had some that Filipino instant coffee, put 4 packets in a cup, and I didn't think it would keep me up. It did. I found myself in bed thinking about the oddest, most mundane things. Last night, I kept thinking about the professional basketball player and his last name, Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay, former All Star, has played for the Sacramento Kings, the San Antonio Spurs, and the Toronto Raptors. But for whatever reason, Rudy Gay, Gay, has the lowest selling basketball jersey of any professional basketball player. And in the NBA, they put their last name on the back of jerseys. So on Rudy Gay's last name, Gay. I guess a lot of men that watch professional basketball, they don't want to walk around with the word gay on the back of their jersey. And it's a elephant in the room. Nobody ever talks about it. But I'm up late thinking about it, not losing sleep. I lost sleep because of the coffee, but while I'm up there laying in bed, I'm just thinking about something. And I'm thinking about things like that. Rudy Gay's last name. Uh, like I said, there's another NBA player that was drafted this year. He's a rookie and he hasn't seen much playing time, but he has one of the best selling NBA jerseys. His name, Grady Dick, Dick. And I know it's just a name, it's just a name. Their whole life they've just said that. It's just a name, it's just a name. And if you Google Rudy Gay's last name and try to find any story, any information, any joke about it, you can't find anything. But it's the elephant in the room. Rudy Gay, your last name's Gay, Gay. It used to mean something different. Now it means something else, and it will always mean something else. It's just a name. When Grady Dick was drafted this year, uh, a Toronto Raptors basketball fan, Drake, tweeted out, "Hey, I'm glad the Raptors drafted Grady Dick. I'm going to be one of the first people to get a Grady Dick jersey." So I guess Drake is cool with the word dick on his back, and a lot of straight men out there, they like to have dick on their back, Dick, but they don't want gay on their back, Gay. Now, Drake, if you get a Dick jersey, a Grady Dick jersey, that's fine. But I think maybe you're better suited for a Rudy Gay jersey. If anybody can pull off a Rudy Gay jersey, it would be Drake. So that's what I do. I stay up late thinking about those type of things. Also, yesterday I was thinking about the World Cup in the United States in 2026. They announced the schedule yesterday, and I'm not necessarily a huge soccer fan, but I am a fan of the World Cup. And like I said, this is the World Cup in the United States. This is going to be the largest World Cup ever with 64 teams. The tournament, the match schedule goes on from early June, June 11th, Thursday, June 11th, until mid-July. Just over July 18th is the final. The final is in MetLife Stadium. There were some surprises when they announced the schedule, which there always seems to be with FIFA. But the United States, you would think that there would. I don't. I'm not saying there was any corruption, but there was some surprises. It was expected that Dallas and Jerry World was going to get the final because that's the largest arena in the United States. It has the largest screen in the United States. But the FIFA decided to award the final to New York, New Jersey at MetLife Stadium, which is understandable. It's going to be right around the 4th of July. And that's the 250th anniversary. That's the 250th anniversary of the United States from 1776. So we're going to be hosting the World Cup. Me, and this little mouse in my pocket. We're going to be hosting the World Cup at our 100 or at 250th anniversary. I wasn't alive for the 200th anniversary. I wasn't alive for the 100th anniversary in 1876. And I wasn't alive for the 200th anniversary in 1976, but I will be alive for the 250th anniversary. And fingers crossed, I'll make it another 50 years in my 90s and be alive for the 300th anniversary of the United States. But who knows if there even is a United States? They didn't announce the particular teams on the groups yesterday. They just announced the different groups. So there's the West Coast, which includes Canadian cities and United States of Vancouver, San Francisco Bay Area, Los Angeles, or SoFi Stadium, and also there's one other, Portland, Oregon. No, Seattle, Washington. Seattle actually gets the men's team are actually going to be playing in Seattle at one of their games. They're going to be playing in Los Angeles and at SoFi Stadium, and then the Sounders Stadium in Seattle. And I lived in Seattle briefly for a couple months, and I can tell you, I've never been anywhere else that is so soccer crazy. And I was happened to be downtown one day when there was a soccer match happening, and I couldn't believe all the people that were dressed in the green Seattle uniforms, how enthused they were. They have like a huge walk where they walk, like thousands of fans walk like through downtown to the beautiful stadium in Seattle. And Seattle has a lot of hills. So I was like up on a hill at a dental appointment, but on the horizon, I could see the stadium and the screen, and it was a sight to see. So congratulations to Seattle. You did not get a quarterfinal. You did not get the final or a semifinal, but you do get the United States men's national team on June 12th. They're going to play in Seattle. No, on June 19th, they're going to play in Seattle. On June 12th, they're going to play in Los Angeles. And on June 25th, they're going to play in Los Angeles. I don't know if they announced Mexico, where they're going to be playing, or Canada, where they're going to be playing. The West, those are the areas that I'm looking forward to going. I was looking for my pointer. And I'm out here in Hawaii, so if I get the opportunity to go to any games, once again, it's not this summer, it's not next summer, it's 2 years from this summer. It's 2026. So the West Coast is Vancouver, Seattle, Los Angeles, and San Francisco Bay Area. So any of those, I would love to go to Vancouver. There's going to be 8 matches in Vancouver. Dallas has the most matches at 9. But there are 8 matches in Vancouver, and that's one of the smallest arenas there's going to be as well in Vancouver. Let's see. So it was a surprise when FIFA announced the quarterfinals will be held in Kansas City and Los Angeles. That's the latest they get in the state in the tournament. Los Angeles gets a quarterfinal at one of the newest, greatest stadiums in the United States, in Los Angeles. They only get a quarterfinal. Kansas City gets a quarterfinal. Dallas at Jerry World, they didn't get the final like was expected, but they got the semifinal. And Atlanta as well gets a semifinal. That's better than a quarterfinal. If you're not a sports fan, a semifinal would be the final 4 teams. So there's only 2 semifinals. There's one final, the final 2 teams. There's two semifinal games with a total of 4 teams, and there are 4 quarterfinal games with a total of 8 teams. So the further you go in the tournament, the better it is. The quarterfinals are Los Angeles, Kansas City, Boston, and one more, which is Canada doesn't get a quarterfinal or a final. Canada and Mexico, they only get group stage matches. Mexico City gets the opening game, but Mexico and they have 3 cities. Guadalajara gets 4 matches. Monterrey gets 4 matches, and Mexico City gets 5 matches. As compared to Canada, which only has 2 cities, but Toronto has 6 matches, and like I said, Vancouver has 7 matches. Seattle has 6 matches, but they also have the United States men's team. And Los Angeles has 8 matches, including games for the United States men's team. So on my calendar, personally, I would love to see the United States men's national team play. I think they have a chance of making the quarterfinal. The host country usually does pretty well. So there are 3 host countries this year: Mexico, United States, and Canada. This will be Canada's one of their only trips to the World Cup. Having 64 teams, it opens the door for other countries that may not have normally made the tournament. So China is going to be, for the first time, having a team.